Well, welcome to another episode of my vlog, Street Seduction. I'm Calvin, just having a walk here in Exeter in southwest England on a very dreary, grim, gloomy, horrible, drizzly, typically British early winter day. What is it? Last day of November, 30th of November 2024. I just thought I'd quickly check in. So I've put my other 3 videos that I produced for this channel on hold, so they've kind of privated them, because I think it was last week a guy was arrested for having videos, I think it was called Manchester Nightlife or something like that, on his channel, where he appeared to, or it would seem he was showing ladies in unflattering circumstances. So don't do that, people. We're not supposed to be upsetting people during day game in our endeavours to learn street seduction. But I did hide my videos because I just want to make absolutely sure I'm not videoing people without their consent, basically, because that's not what the idea of this channel is. No voyeurism here. So yeah, just a quick update. Obviously I don't know what happened with that individual, whether he was actually doing anything wrong, but he did get arrested and his channel's gone. So anyway, back to my own channel. So progress. So if any of you watched any of those other videos, one of the 3 that I put on private for now, just standing under a shelter because the rain's coming down a bit heavier, but you'll know that I've only done one approach. So one attractive lady in the streets of Exeter I went up and said hello to, and she quite enjoyed the interaction, which was nice. Made her feel good, I think. Didn't go anywhere, but that was a week or so ago, and I've not done any more approaches since. And to be honest, I've had a bit of a cold, so I haven't done much else since. Not done any kind of walking out and kind of vibing, being positive and friendly towards people. That's partly what I intend to do going forward, to build my confidence, to become a more approachable person and approach more people in a kind of friendly manner. The rain really is coming down heavy now, so I might abort this in a minute because my little camera isn't waterproof. I'm using the Osmo Pocket 3 to record this particular video, and it's not waterproof. But anyway, yeah, so I've only done one approach. I've had a cold, so I haven't really done any attempts at soliciting smiles, called soliciting indicators of interest in the PUA sort of community. I call them soliciting smiles. I haven't done any of that, so basically means glance at a girl you find attractive, and if she glances back and you smile and she smiles back, then that's what I take to be a positive, warm kind of indicator of interest. I prefer just to call them a smile, basically. But I've not done any of that, particularly over the last week or so, just because of this my cold and this weather. So it's eased off a little bit of that drizzle. Let's walk down this way a bit, see if I can find a less echoey alcove to stand in. I was just stood in there, see that little doorway there, but it's a concrete, very echoey sort of alcove. I think there's a little overhang in the building just down here. Reed Hall. So yeah, what am I gonna say today in this particular video? So just worth talking about my circumstances. So I'm a digital nomad, and I'm building up attempting to build up a kind of a flow mad type lifestyle where I've got enough kind of digital products, digital things on sale online that's given me enough of an income so I can essentially live anywhere globally. And what I really want to do by this time next year, by the end of 2025 or December 2025, I want to be in a position where I can literally earn all of my income online and learn enough to live an entirely nomadic existence. So I currently am nomadic, but I'm kind of location dependent because I'm doing a job paid employment type job where I need to go and visit a site quite frequently, go to a particular location, so I'm fairly limited in how far I can kind of travel around. But with any luck that will change over the next year or so. I've given myself exactly a year, so it's December now, so by December next year, 12 months time, hopefully I'll be in a position to be completely nomadic, and I'm achieving that through writing books, my YouTube content. So I have a couple of YouTube channels. This is one of them. This one isn't monetized, but the other one is. It's only yielding about a couple of quid a day. But hopefully eventually that will build up. Well, by this time next year it will have built up to make a reasonable contribution towards my various multiple streams of income. So video content creation plus book writing. I'll probably do some course creation, just looking into that now, and some merchandise, probably not themed around what this channel is all about, but you never know. And it's raining a bit again. I am in a little sheltered area here. And what else? So course creation, YouTube, writing books. Am I missing? Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. But anyway, yeah, the idea is to create multiple streams of relatively passive income. None of them are going to be particularly passive. It's probably the most passive one is writing books, because once they're written, they kind of continue to sell as a digital sort of product on Amazon primarily. And so once you've written it, they then become passive. You don't really have to do much more apart from a bit of advertising, which is fairly straightforward. No, I can't remember the other form of passive income. Did I say merchandise? That may be it. Actually, that's the 4. So merchandise, course creation, writing books, and a YouTube channel. Yeah, so that's the 4 forms of passive income. I'm also a minimalist, so I spend very little money each day, and the idea there being that I don't need to earn too much money. So the less I spend, the less I need to earn, and the more time I'll have on my hands to do things other than working to earn money. Let's see if that'll work. I'll give myself exactly a year to try and achieve that. And I am working a job at the moment, which is full-time, and that's what I'm doing there is saving as much as I can. So I've got a bit of a cushion in the bank account, just in case something goes wrong. And I need some capital in the bank to see me through a tight situation. And the other aspect makes it logistically tricky is that I actually live in a vehicle. So that's what I mean really when I say I'm a digital nomad. I don't have a house, so I don't rent anywhere, I don't have a mortgage, I don't own a house, so I don't have an income from renting out a house. Fortunately and unfortunately, so I'm not really tied to any location in that sense, which is definitely a good thing. So I live in a vehicle. Now, that obviously makes day game tricky, because not all girls are going to want to go back to a vehicle. Although Airbnb is always an option during kind of longer day gaming sessions. If I say go to London for a week, say to do a gay dame session, a street seduction week, and I can just do Airbnb, so that will make logistics fine. I can't really take a van into central London because of the ULAS, the low emission zone charges. Well, I could, it would just cost money I don't really want to spend, but then again an Airbnb will be more expensive, so stuff to ponder there. But thinking back to Tom Terrero, obviously he lived in a van for the final couple of years of his life. Rest in peace, Tom. And he didn't appear to find it a particularly problematic situation as far as having relationships went. So that's a constraint. And in terms of how I plan to improve my own situation, so I'm kind of approaching middle age, and I'm not particularly fit. I'm healthy, perfectly healthy, still plenty of energy, but I am beginning to feel less energetic, but I'm fine. But I'm not kind of optimised in terms of my looks. So I'm not a particularly attractive guy. I'm probably a number of 4 or 5. Although I'm told women don't really measure men in that way. It's far more complicated. But I don't have any upper body strength. So one thing I'm going to start to do is to build muscle through exercise, which obviously is slightly difficult from a van, but then again it isn't. So I know a few people who do live in vehicles. Let's go back this way because I think the rain's going to start coming down heavier again. So I know a few people that live in vehicles are physically strong, so rock climbers for instance, and they're exercising within the van and around the van, and obviously via rock climbing, and they're pretty lean and well built because of their hobby. They kind of need to be, and they've got resistance bands and weights which they just keep in the van, so that need not be a problem in terms of building upper body strength. I do an awful lot of walking, and obviously Street Seduction and Daygame is great from that point of view because you're always walking around. I eat reasonably healthily, although I'm going to dramatically cut the money I spend on food. So I do eat out a fair amount. And I'm going to stop doing that so I can save the money. So I need to come up with a diet plan basically that enables me to build body weight and also, or muscle weight, and also live healthily. So that's another plan. So that's essentially my plans. So I'm going to live a fully digital nomadic life. So I'm going to escape the UK winters. So hopefully winter 2025 will be the first time in terms of this current phase of my life. So I've lived out in the tropics before, but the first time I can continue to earn money because I've got online businesses and escape the UK during the winter. So really the long-term plan is that every winter, kind of, early December until the end of February, I want to be overseas, somewhere warm and somewhere where Street Seduction and Daygame is better than it is in the UK in winter. So Colombia maybe. I love Southeast Asia, and I do like Asian girls, so that is going to be an element as well. So that's all I'm going to say. I can see the lens on my little camera is beginning to mist up a bit in the humidity and moisture. It's very warm. It's about 12 or 13 degrees at the moment, which is odd for the last day in November, but it is what it is. So thanks for listening. I'm probably going to turn this into a video podcast, which means I can have it as a video on YouTube and also upload it to the podcasting channels, Apple Podcasts, that kind of stuff. But if in future you are listening to this on a podcast, then I'm just walking around outside creating a video, and I've just taken the MP3 off of that video, turned it into a podcast. But as I'm recording this, I don't really have the knowledge of podcasting to be able to do that, but I assume it's pretty easy to set up a Spotify podcasting account and get it uploaded to there. Anyway, thanks for listening. I will hopefully do a few approaches over the next few days here in Exeter, but I'll keep you posted on that. Bye for now.